Right, Rusty, Fletch, thanks for coming along to Coach Logic tent. Good to see you guys.
Free tea, free coffee.
Free tea, free coffee, free hobnobs, rich teas.
Good biscuits.
SWOT analysis next year. We're going
I wasn't aware of that.
Bad biscuits and leave the good ones because I feel like people are a bit early with the biscuits. So,
nice.
But yeah, so anyway, thanks a lot for coming along. Fletch, you've been here obviously the last few days. You enjoying your time at the Rosslyn Park Sevens tournament?
Yeah, I'm enjoying my time. It's a close question. I'm having a great time. Blown away by just the quality of the play and and the atmosphere, and it's hotting up as it does, both in terms of temperature because it's getting warmer, but it's in terms of obviously Thursday leading into Friday it's going to be pretty exciting.
Cool. Rusty, what have you seen since you've all the experience today? What have you seen that's excited you?
Burgers, hot dogs, biscuits.
Ben Ryan.
I've been picking a fantasy team of people. Ben hasn't got in it, but it's strong. Just kids.
It's school teachers, rugby team.
Rugby teachers.
So just name your front row, just a taster.
Tony Window, Chris Johnson, and another.
Oh, you haven't got.
Haven't got a final front rower. Okay. Back row, second row is competitive. Beatty, Salter, Dan Cook, Hayes. I mean, the list goes on. Kids having fun. It's been good. Lots of kind of ball movement. I haven't seen too many poorly behaved coaches. Generally been really supportive. Although we haven't got to the final stuff yet. Some referees running around. Seen some referees from other countries. So I think that's been some cool stuff going on there. There's been some coaches and some teams from other countries. I think it's pretty. It's cool, isn't it?
Have you managed to pick up on some real good coaching examples that you've seen? What's a good coaching example?
I think the best stuff would be from Wordsworth around their superpowers. I really enjoyed that. So they give some superpowers out to some players based around stuff they do really well, stuff they could probably would need some more support around, and they were having good moments around it. So I love that. The board had some conversations around it. That would be my favourite. What's yours?
I haven't seen anything that good, if I'm honest. I've seen lots of teams focusing on having their rucks, keeping the ball off the floor, being explicit around setting them those challenges, and kids filling in the blanks. So I'm enjoying that.
How do you find the kids, the players responding to those types of challenges that coaches might be setting up?
I spoke to a couple of the lads, and generally my experience would be that they would enjoy that. So stuff around outcome. So look, this is the outcome stuff. You can actually fill in the space around it. So some sort of choice and some autonomy around that as a player would often go down well, and that's that's certainly what I've seen here.
Easier the younger they are. So 14s is going on at the moment. I've seen lots of stuff that looks like it's Fijian practically. Be a little bit more. I've seen a bit more structure and a bit more. This is what sevens looks like. Certainly yesterday in the Vars, with teams sometimes playing side to side and not looking in front of them. But easier the younger they are.
Do you think the sevens provide more of those types of opportunities? Does it make it a bit easier to have those types of opportunities for those types of challenges for the players to pick up on, and just being a bit simpler as a game as such?
Yeah, there's possibly less awareness from coaches around sevens, not unless you've played it or practiced it a lot. So I think coaches are a bit more freestyle around sevens. Players would, because it's an abbreviated part of the game, they'd actually probably have a different mindset to playing it. This whole atmosphere, I think, is also conducive to that sort of behaviour, and the fact that I like the fact that you could, depending on what pitch you're playing on, because there's some really, really small pitches. First team pitch is a big pitch, so actually even that's different. So that's going to allow you to do different things as a player.
Kids watching other kids, I've enjoyed that, and also the fact that lots of kids leave there's some sides here that are doing really well locally, and then they come down and can have a bit of a measure of themselves nationally. So some kids having some shocks, some kids having some affirmation that actually they're doing some pretty good stuff.
Generally the North's rocking it. That's
South are winning.
Not Scotland. I'm curious who all the Scottish teams are today, mate. Thursday, Friday. Watson's are here. Go on. I'm only teasing.
So obviously here with the Magic Academy, why should people join the Magic Academy, and how can they do it?
I'll pass over to Rusty on how they do it, but why? I think if you're curious about getting better as a coach and you want to be part of a coaching community, people who would have in your world really would be having similar hassles, similar stress, similar real good moments to you, share some stuff. So I think it's about spreading and sharing type stuff. So that's kind of the why. That's its purpose. How do you join it?
Well, I was going to say, if you don't want to get better, don't join. If you do want to get better, join. I think you would.
Twitter's a good
have
way.
Have a look on Twitter. DM.
Coach Logic.
CoachLogic.com. Kenneth at coach-logic.com, if I'm correct, or Rusty at themagicacademy.co.uk, or Fletch at themagicacademy.co.uk. Just get in touch, really.
Yeah, get in touch and come and join the fun.
Cool. What's the best thing you've seen about being in Coach Logic then?
The interaction with the players and their games type stuff. So obviously the platform allows young people to take more responsibility for their development. Coaches have been blown away, teachers have been blown away by actually how engaged the players are amongst themselves. So if feedback starts with yourself, that's the most important thing. How can you feedback yourself? That Coach Logic would support that. Peer feedback would be a really good place to go next. Again, I've seen lots of that. So lots of teenage boys just hanging around, looking to support each other. And then if needed, the coach often on the outside can sort of say, oh, look, this is the stuff I'm seeing as well. So apart from tea, coffee and all the selection of biscuits, that's the best thing I've seen in this tent.
I've sat in lots of analysis meetings that didn't look like that. So they were longer and they were more formal, and we weren't clipping the highlights. We were definitely talking about the lowlights. So I think it feels informal. It feels like you're on an Xbox. I enjoyed Terry Gilmore earlier, and kids were engaged, and he was just kind of asking them questions and prodding them and poking them, and yeah, I think that will be the future of the future now in this tent
with
live.
All good?
Yeah, all good.